the lair for all your private server and VoIP needs. And welcome to another Terror-Byte Gaming podcast with admins Wargasm.
Hello.
Raga.
How's it going?
Odin's son.
Dicks.
And myself, Dirty. And once again, we're all back talking about games, tech, whatever the hell we want to, because that's what we do. Lately, we were supposed to have another special guest, but unfortunately he couldn't make it today. But that doesn't stop us. We keep rolling. So, what is everybody playing currently right now? Two or three games we're playing currently. Currently, I've kind of gotten into Plague Inc. They've released it on Steam.
Oh, great game.
And any game that involves killing the entire world, I'm all over it.
Well, see, whenever that game was Android, that was the best toilet top game. Fact.
Toilet top. I love this term.
That's my term, goddamn.
So, Orgasm, what are you currently running on right now?
Well, just finished Thief, which reviews up on the site.
Oh, yes.
But currently I've been playing the next-gen console, the Xbox One. Been playing a bit of Dead Rising, Killer Instinct. Tried a bit of Rise. Haven't got too much into it. But,
I've heard bad things about Rise.
Rise, well, it's been, stated as only being a graphical showpiece for the Xbox One, and you can see where it's come, but it does have its, its moments. But it was definitely not worth the 50 or so quid that it costs for these next-gen games. Yeah, like they sort of did with Xbox and stuff. With
Microsoft
set the price
stick that straight back up their ass because I'm not paying
unbelievably high. It's happening with PS4 as well.
I'm not getting a PS4.
All the next gen, they're just
see for 50 quid. I'm gonna want a CD with the soundtrack on it, like a figure or an art book or something, like not just a disc.
Yeah, but the worst thing about it is they're doing this thing, with the consoles that when you buy a game, like the first thing I would do is I would open it up and I would read through the book, but now the books are like 2 pages.
What?
It's literally like just one page that's folded over with like.
I remember the wee book used to be like a small, it had like lore in it. Pieces about
character backgrounds. And, they've done away with all that. It's all online digital manuals.
It's PDF.
Yeah, PDFs.
I've been mainly playing on the Xbox One, checking out the Kinect features and the voice recognition, which
I was going to ask, what's the voice recognition actually like? Does it work?
The voice recognition
does it work for us Northern Irish folk?
Yes, actually it does, which is surprising with our accents. It picks up.
Siri doesn't.
About
I could just see you fucking trying to use this fucking feature late at night after you've had a few too many drinks.
Oh, too many Guinness.
Connect! Change the title, laddie!
We're not pirates.
We're not Scottish either.
But the voice recognition, if I was to slap a percentage on it, works say about 80-85% of the time, which makes it that little bit more disappointing when it doesn't work.
Here, Xbox, shut the fuck up.
But on the Kinect actually is great. The Kinect's fantastic, which is a huge surprise considering the Kinect for the 360 was a piece of shit.
Never used it.
Oh, I never bought one, but I'd used one plenty of times. But it was horrible. But the Kinect, it's very responsive. I was surprised. It seems to be the worst thing Microsoft did with the Xbox One was their marketing.
The whole reversal and the DRM and all that kind of.
That was terrible for the console, which is unfortunate because it holds together pretty well. But I believe.
Do you remember the crowd reaction on the E3 announcement?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure a tumbleweed was in the background there somewhere.
I know, which was unfortunate. But I think I've taken up enough time about what games I'm playing. We'll move on to Raga.
Hey, well, I don't know. I think if I mentioned the words Quake World, Steve will have me shot.
It's getting pretty close.
Hey, at least it's not fucking Skyrim,
Oh, don't get me started, man.
Recently, actually, I've been playing a lot of old PS1 games. Been trying to get my way through Gran Turismo 2. Because I never actually owned it, so I picked it up in the emulator. and forgot how tedious the whole licensing system was. Because they try and they try and market it as, you know, the real driving simulator, and it's nice they have that little bit of realism in it, that you have to learn how to drive in a really shit car.
It reminds me of Gran Turismo. Here's a shitty Alto. Learn how to drive on this, and then they throw you into like this 800 horsepower freaking Jaguar monster after this 97 horsepower little bitty car, and they're like, "Here, drive this perfectly straight, and then take this perfect turn and get a license." And you're like, "Motherfucker."
And a sort of 90s sort of like computer driving AI that no matter how hard a collision you input in an AI car, it will always remain like glued to the raceline, and you take the slightest nudge and you go and just spin off the track.
You barely touch the dirt and
Spins out.
smack into the wall. It's like, God damn it.
You know, I always wonder if the sort of the physics model was made by like Capcom or something. That a small toe to the ankle will always do more damage than a fireball to the face. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so many times, dude. What? He didn't even touch me.
Don't start.
He hit my toe. Oh, the worst one was Road Rash.
Oh
man.
man, that game was
But
fantastic.
some of the craziest things would happen in that game, dude.
Hold on, was that the one where you're driving along and you like there's like a leg that comes out and you can kick people and you have the chain?
You could kick people and hit them with the pipe and the chain, but
Oh,
the thing,
man.
there were points where you'd be. It was always the same. The cars always came at the exact same spot at the exact same time in each level. So we had started playing this game. Me and Kyle would play this game so much that we had memorized where the hills were and when the cars would come up at the top of the hill. So we would hit the cars and the character would just go flying. And we're just like, what the? And we'd just sit there literally for like 2 minutes watching the character go flying through the screen and then finally let.
Road Rash. That game was fantastic.
It was awesome.
I may have to emulate it at some point. Actually, I have a PS1. Maybe.
So, Steve-O, what are you playing right now?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Skyrim?
Correct. In one. No, I'm just going.
Have you been playing anything other than Skyrim, or got your eye on anything other than Skyrim?
Skyrim HD.
Let's please.
Can you name another game?
I'm playing that.
Elder Scrolls Online?
No. The combat system in that game is bloody awful.
Borderlands? Actually,
Oh yeah, we played a bit of Borderlands too. We've been
That's true.
footage.
Been playing that too.
we actually need to get a couple more guys in on so we can play that.
Yeah. We've episode 2 done, but my upload sucks. So
That'll probably have to be uploaded over tonight, or tomorrow, or
if I started it tonight, it would still be going tomorrow. So so maybe it'll be up the time for the next podcast. So we never know. But yeah, that's playing Skyrim at the minute. But I'm thinking about starting over, but with the Frostfall, the survival mod.
Yes.
that's where you can like freeze and
Get hypothermia and all.
yeah. But I mean, that's Skyrim. Would you not like be constantly walking about with like fucking hypothermia? And it's like if you swim in the water around like snowy areas, it's so like.
But I'm gonna put on there's another mod I've seen on Nexus. I'll put up a link for it in the description. But it's You're Not the Dragonborn.
You're not Dragonborn?
Yeah, you're just a normal dude wandering about Skyrim.
You see, well, that makes more sense if you wanted to play like different race characters, because it never made sense to me how like a Dragonborn could be like a what elf?
Khajiit.
Yeah, it's like that just doesn't seem to fit.
But, oh man, I was wandering about the other day. I was like, I was
An Argonian Dragonborn.
No, but as I say, I'm a Khajiit at the minute, and a guy comes up to me and goes, "Is that fur coming out of your ears?" I was like,
No.
I was almost going to bring up the console and say, I'm a fucking cat. What do you expect? Yeah, but I don't know. But there's another mod. If you're playing You're Not the Dragonborn, you need to trigger the dragons to appear. So there's a mod called Instant Dragon, so you can still kill dragons and get the bones and the scales and the...
No, but that seems to take you out of the experience a bit if you have to like go into the console to make them spawn, or...
You don't have to go into the console. It's just a mod called Instant Dragons. Just means they appear as random.
They just randomly appear. Oh, right.
get
So
the
you don't
stuff.
have to start the Dragonborn quest then.
Yeah.
For them to appear.
Just
All right.
cuts that completely out because you played Skyrim once through, but what if you want to do like just all the side quests or
Yeah.
the guild faction ones? You know, you don't want to have to be.
Yeah, there's very little people I know that would actually play Skyrim with one character doing every side quest without one character.
Well, every time you play
Um,
through it, you do stuff differently. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're going to make like a thief or something, you're not, or you're going to go for
Try-
like the fight or something. Not everyone's going to go for Dark Brotherhood and stuff.
Yeah.
You want to play a really hard Skyrim game? Try to be an illusionist and only use illusion spells.
Oh.
Man,
not
you're
like
talking
this-
a hard game.
Was it not like this guy that was on the internet or something? He played Skyrim as a pacifist.
You'd have to fall.
What?
Most of what you're gonna think.
Yeah, there was
Wait,
like
is
I
this
seen it on the
summon
internet.
thing or conjuration all the time?
Oh, he was like, well, not summoning them, but like freezing them and stuff, but not killing them. That's how he
Running
made
away?
it through. Yeah, stuff like that. That's how he played the game. I seen it on. I seen it on the site. He didn't complete the game, but that's how he played it. He
You
played
can't
it.
complete
as a
any of the
pacifist.
fucking faction. You can't complete any quest. Pretty much every quest is like, well, not every quest, but all the main ones are like kill this person or.
Yeah, well,
if you go anywhere, stuff's gonna attack you. You know.
Oh no, but he played it as a pacifist. He didn't play it to complete. It was. I don't know what he was doing. Like, yeah, he must have done some bad shit in real life if he's going to go out and try and make up for it in Skyrim. Like,
Gandhi, by any chance?
Candy playing Skyrim.
Okay. Upcoming releases, games that are coming out later on this year. Personally, there's the only one I'm really looking at is next car game. It's a new release from Bugbear.
We were talking about that in the last episode as well.
Yeah,
Next
it's an awesome game, dude. It's a really good physics and it's like a destruction derby style game. So when
heard much
you
about it.
crash your car, you really
go through
really
the windscreen
crash
or
your
whatever?
car. Yeah, you go through the windscreen.
Ah,
Your tires get folded up underneath your car. Your windshield goes flying. I mean, the car just flies into pieces.
dude, that looked great with the 770 as well.
Yeah. And there's like it has like little side games. Like there's one that's like basketball where you drive up a ramp and you try to shoot your car into a hoop. But your reward for getting your car into the hoop is it's a crusher, and it ends up crushing your car. It's pretty cool. It's like a Crazy Taxi. You know
Taxi.
the little
Fantastic.
test that you had to pass. It's like that. It has little games like that.
Simpsons
like
like
Height jump.
mini games and
Yeah, a bunch of little mini games that you can compete against other people with.
Yeah,
And then of course the destruction derby itself.
yeah, kind of like was it Flat Out? Is it?
Yeah, Flat Out. That's
Jack-
exactly who made it. Bugbear.
The guys
it's-
from Flat Out.
Bugbear made Flat Out. Yeah.
Oh, right. Right, so it's along the lines of Flat Out then, with them mini games, like the hot darts where you would like eject your character and try and hit like the bullseye and stuff from the car.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, right.
Okay, Wargasm. What are you looking forward to?
There's quite a few. Shadow Motor would be one of the big ones.
yes.
Looking forward to. Even though if it does look a bit, similar to
Who
a lot.
cares if it looks like Assassin's Creed? I
a lot
don't care.
similar
It's Lord of the Rings, man.
to
I'm
Assassin's
all over
Creed,
that
but-
shit.
Yeah, even though it is incredibly similar, there's a lot of mistakes made in Assassin's Creed that I'm hoping that's going to be corrected in here, and the lore's a lot more interesting than, and hopefully we will not be bombarded with like these codex like entries and information constantly thrown in your face. Like I talked a bit about
stuff you have to pick up.
in the last podcast. I talked about like them constantly throwing these, like as you ran past a building, you would gain like info on it, and like I cannot ignore those messages, so I have to read them. So I was doing a hell of a lot more reading than I was doing assassinating for a game where you play an assassin. But yeah, the Shadow of Mordor, and then Watch Dogs, of course.
There's a lot of talk about Watch Dogs recently. Like, there's rumors going around that they dropped their copyright and all, but I don't know.
Oh no, it will be released, 100%. It has to be. I mean, if it's, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do.
It's going on PC, right?
It seems. I think they said they were working on one. I'm not sure if it's coming out right alongside. I don't think.
Same time as GTA 5, yeah.
Probably around that, yeah.
Well,
You know,
was there, I was reading somewhere wasn't that the head developer apparently leaked something on Twitter by accident about possible PC specs for it.
yeah, they probably. I can't imagine them releasing it alongside, the console releases, but
Well, they
I'm
built it
sure-
on PC.
I'm sure it will be released eventually because it's a huge game. It's getting a lot of hype, like Grand Theft Auto was. There's no way they're not going to do it. It's more money.
Do you know,
You know?
it's actually got to the point where I no longer care for GTA 5 to come out on PC. The
Oh,
hype's over.
it's-
I'm still playing 4.
Yeah, it's a great
2,
game.
actually.
Grand Theft Auto 5. It's a great game.
I was with you, but I remember at the midnight launch.
Yep, that's right. We got there, I believe, like
We were
4
we were-
hours early.
4 hours early. We were the first
there-
in the
there was-
first in the queue for a good 2 hours before anybody
Yeah.
else showed up.
And even when they did show up, like people showed up like 2 hours later, and then there was like 5 people standing there for maybe an hour before it was released.
But there was quite an impressive queue whenever
No,
we
by
finally
the
did
time
it.
by the time we got out,
Yeah.
like I was the first one to walk out the doors with Grand Theft Auto, and the looks it was like I was going to be attacked. It was like they wanted to maul me.
Man, I haven't been to a midnight launch since the first Black
Okay,
Ops.
Raga, what are you looking forward to coming out this year?
Crack
Oh.
World.
Quake Live!
Java based.
Quick life, don't mention that. No, what genuinely looks interesting for me is Alien Isolation. Now, I'm probably setting myself up for more disappointments, but I'm an Aliens fan.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of actually doing a survival horror game with that series, because as far as I'm aware, they've all either been first-person shooters or third-person action games. I don't think they've ever actually done a proper alien horror.
Well, no, I don't think.
Fallout,
No,
Mothership.
Yeah, but like Alien.
Unofficial.
Unofficial Alien,
A proper alien one. Like like Rust, instead of like zombies, all these games, like DayZ and all that there, why not a zombie or an alien survival one?
Exactly.
That'd be interesting to see, because zombies are it's overdone.
Yeah, it's what Alien Isolation is. Essentially, it's a survival horror, as opposed to it being, like an action shooter, like the highly disappointing Colonial Marines and like the letdown of Alien vs Predator for the next gen. Like I loved Alien vs Predator 2.
Man, I loved the first one for the PC.
AVP was awesome.
I was about to say that's the best thing about Colonial Marines was it made me go and dig out my old AVP 2 discs from the
Yeah.
drawer upstairs.
Like they were fun. Granted, when you were playing as like the alien, you were like climbing on the walls. It got a bit disorientating how fast you moved, and then the camera moving about, and it was like you couldn't ever really get a grasp on where you were moving. But
Yeah, that was actually a nice sweet touch they did with the death match in the Colonial Marines, where they put the first person for the Marines but third person for the alien, which I
Yeah.
thought worked quite well.
But like a natural selection.
Yeah.
I might actually have to download that game again, so it's quite fun.
Nice. And
What was the
Steve-O,
one?
what are we looking forward to this year?
Well, it's certainly not Elder Scrolls Online, I'll tell you that. Well, the end of later on this month. Wait, let me think. What's the date? 13th. Just over a week. Final Fantasy X and X2 will be re-released HD versions on the Vita, so I'll be getting that. Definitely looking forward to that. David, I don't care if you don't like X2.
X2.
I don't care if you don't like
I'm not gonna get started because like
it. I don't care if you don't like it. I'm still
you
gonna
guys
die.
wouldn't get a
That's-
word in.
That's
if I got
actually another thing I want to touch up on is all the new. Well, I wouldn't want to say new, but the HD. They're bringing back all the retro games,
Good.
and they're doing HD, like Double Dragon Neon. I think Ninja Gaiden's coming back out again.
started. I think it's a new release for the Ninja Gaiden. It's a new game.
No. They're gonna redo.
Oh, they're
the
going to
original
redo the
Ninja-
original
yeah,
Ninja Gaiden.
original Ninja Gaiden, but with better HD graphics and a level up system.
Yeah, as long as they don't charge through the nose, like a lot of these people have been.
Well, see,
well-
that's the thing with the remastered games. They do seem to come out at a lower price.
Yeah, like I got Double Dragon Neon for like $5.
I was
Yeah.
on Steam, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was on Steam.
Yeah, I think I got mine on Steam for like.
Strider. They brought
$2.
Strider.
Strider was great.
Oh, what was the other game that came out? Remember you and Johnny were playing it for a while, Nick? Re-released. What was it? Wow, I don't even. it was. What was it called? Your phone's ringing.
Yes.
But moving on. So what is
Shut up,
next?
Hal.
what is next? What is next on the itinerary?
That's pretty much it. That's kind of what I really wanted to come back on was how the retro games are all coming back.
Not even the remastered ones, even just people gathering up, past generation games and consoles.
Mm-hmm.
And charging unbelievable prices.
Extortionate amounts.
Some of them are, yes, I will admit they're ridiculous.
Like go onto eBay and look up Symphony of the Night and try and find one for under £100. Come on.
I got I did that like 3 or 4 years ago, and I finally found one in an original case that wasn't broken for $15.
See how much is it now?
Over 150.
Exactly.
You see,
yes, the game's good. Just because it's no longer being published and distributed doesn't mean it's worth its weight in gold.
Awesome game, dude.
How many do you think were released during its lifespan? Its shelf life.
I still play the emulator. I mean,
yeah, it's people seem to just be charging for like nostalgia. You can't add nostalgia into a price.
It's not so much nostalgia. It's people just seem to be buying them now because they think they're going to be worth more later. That's not the point of the. If you want to do that, go buy antiques or something. Go jerk off over that.
Yeah.
Leave video games alone. Leave them for the gamers.
Unfortunately, it will never be the way. I mean, you look for anything, you're going to come across, any old consoles or old games. You're going to come across someone selling it for like an unbelievable price, and then you come down to the realists who know what they're worth.
Like, see the most games that came out. If it was made by a major company or whatever, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of copies produced.
Yep.
Maybe.
Well, there were like certain limited edition cartridges like that. The Olympic sports one that was gold. There were only like I think 20 of them made.
Yep. Are those
that's understandable.
But PlayStation games.
Is that the Golden Nintendo World Championship games?
Yeah, the Nintendo World Championship, the gold cartridge. It's worth like thousands, isn't it?
Yeah, because they did release a limited run there for a thing, but there was the actual tournament discs cartridges. That were
there was one of those that sold for a ridiculous amount. They're not sold.
The guy ended up buying a NES off of eBay, dirt cheap. Yeah. And when he opened it, it was inside.
Oh, I heard about that.
And then he turns around and resold it on eBay for like $3,000.
It's a bit like that guy that opened up his GameCube and those, like Lamborghini keys and a big wad of money and an N64.
Oh,
and another GameCube was in there,
But then again, there's the like you were saying that there are people who will pay a huge amount of money for things that aren't necessarily good. Like there's I think it was the James Rolfe who did the what about is it the Action 99 or something like that or.
Never heard of it.
Action 30 with it had Cheetah Man on it.
Cheetah Man?
Cheetah Man, the legendary, possibly worst game ever made.
I don't know. I think
the
Noid was pretty much one of the worst. Or
no,
Spy.
one of the worst. Ride to Hell, or it's like a biker game.
Oh,
a la Sons of Anarchy. But jeez.
Ride to Hell Retribution.
Yes. That is the worst game of all time.
Yeah, I've played some pretty bad games. What about that? Haze?
Worse than Quap?
Haze had some nice ideas.
Haze was a little
I kind of had, I don't know, there's a little piece of me that likes Haze a bit more. It had some real cheesy like lines in it that, pure action film lines.
What was the major thing? They were addicted to nectar or something?
It's like a drug that you had nectar that they would use and it would like heighten your senses and stuff. But it had some nice concepts. It just kind of seemed to try too much to compete with Halo. And if you try to do that with a game that's already so hyped and has so many followers, you're going to fail. But there's no point in trying.
Well, one thing I did like about the old generation game, old GoldenEye N64.
GoldenEye. The multiplayer was fantastic.
The spoiler of friendships.
Yes.
Well, no, that was my
many a friendship.
But
Mario
see, whenever you complete certain levels, in a certain time, blah blah blah. There's X amount of variables, but you get a little unlock, for if you're in like multiplayer.
An achievement.
Oh, an achievement. Yeah, I would go as far to call that an achievement, yes, because it is actually an achievement. But see, in a game now, you complete the tutorial, you get a little bronze trophy or whatever for completing the tutorial.
Yeah. But you can see
Oh,
kind of
man.
why they're like in there for like certain things are more difficult, when it comes to like achievements and trophies. Certain things require a hell of a lot of either time put into them, or
Grinding.
Well, if you play the game for
Especially a lot of the multiplayer games like Left 4 Dead, certain achievements on there, it really took everybody to work together and really, really work together to get some of those accomplished.
Well, see, the Call of Duty series, you get so many headshots, so many kills, whatever you get, camos for the gun. See, that's an incentive to actually, work for it. But you don't get an achievement for that.
Yeah, I think the worst game for achievements was Deadpool. I mean, you
Deadpool,
got you got an achievement for everything in that game, but it made fun of the whole achievement thing at
it
the
was
same
charming.
time.
Did anyone here play Lollipop Chainsaw?
No, but I've seen all the
I have not
cutscenes.
played it. I'm sure you have.
I play, yeah. But if you do play it, there's one achievement that if you get it, that's something. You're a pervert.
Is it?
Oh,
You have to like
it's
move the
upskirt?
camera
Upskirt camera, correct.
Yeah.
Oh well, that can happen by accident.
Oh yeah.
Said no
Oops.
ever. With the cheerleader as your character, come on. You're not fooling anybody, David.
People
It's a
just
fucking joke.
checking out the character model, man.
Yeah, look at them graphics. Oh, hello, achievement.
Well, it's just like
And then
all the
you're like,
WoW
oh.
players playing female characters, and then when you ask them, "Well, dude, why are you playing a girl?" It's like, look, bro, if I'm gonna sit here and play a video game for 8 hours at a time, I at least want to look at something that looks good.
What was that game? Was Dead or Alive volleyball?
The Dead or Alive series, notorious
general,
for releasing
yeah.
terrible
People
attempts.
that have clearly never seen women in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just sit about, giggle and play volleyball. They beat it together too. Because that happens.
Apparently so. That doesn't happen in this country anyway.
No.
I've been here for 23 or 24 years. Never seen it.
Crazy.
What was this, Japan maybe? I think we should go to Japan for the,
Are you going to pay it?
No, I am
For the
not.
volleyball championships. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could enter as a team. We can all wear matching skimpy outfits and we can go over there and gross them out.
Here, you can go over as a team and go over as a spectator. I'm good enough for that.
Oh, come on. Don't leave
Hang
us
on.
hanging. We need a
See, I
fourth.
happen to have a spare kidney here, so
You going to be
have-
selling it?
I may have to go and sell it. Yeah. Well, I don't know what condition it's in. I dare say it's not great.
Yeah, I would, but I already sold my kidney to pay for my Xbox One, so.
I'm sure you did.
I mean,
And half of your second one, too.
there was the price drop, but
And a quarter of my liver.
I don't have a house anymore.
I can't drink that.
I live with my Xbox back.
I live with my Xbox.
It's all the homemade need.
That DRM. So,
Oh, guys. Well, guys, I guess that pretty much covers all our topics that we're going to be talking about today. If there's any particular topic that you, the viewer, and our readers would like for us to cover, feel free to slip it by us. We may not say what you would like us to say, but we will discuss it.
Well, another thing, a couple of people have been sending in private messages, asking about, components for PCs or what do they need for whatever. So if you ever need any help, just a bit of advice on building a PC, just drop us a message on myself and Mr. Blackwell. We'll jump on Skype with you. We'll go through Part Picker and just help you pick out whatever you need.
Yes, sir. That's
Well,
not a problem. We've already done it 3 or 4 times already, so might as well just keep giving back to the community and helping everybody join the cause.
What cause?
More
is that?
flags, the better.
Master race.
The master race.
See, David, I didn't see.
Hey, somebody's got to make the console games, right?
Ooh.
Wait, why does this
they
feel
can't
like
make
shot at me?
themselves.
Yet, they say. But yeah, on that note,
Well, on that note, this is Terror-Byte Gaming UK signing out.